before you ask. And he's very knowledgeable. He was a Cody Award winner. That's Consultant of the Year Award winner. Top income earner. I mean, this guy's all over the place speaking. I want to bring up Terry Latham.
Yeah.
We call it T-belt.
About halfway through, my leg starts bothering me.
Somebody y'all can do it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Chris is saying some vulgar stuff like that. You don't very much, Chris. Is it recording? Is it going? I said, no. I guess it was. They said, what, did go to the bathroom with this thing on? How many of y'all enjoyed the presentations?
Wow.
How many of y'all think y'all need to know that?
Yep.
No.
How many of y'all want to make money?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't need to know that then. You just need to know we have the resources that give you the information. Where people get bogged down in Nikken, they sign up Nikken for $35 and for some reason they put on a white coat. And you try to diagnose people. I was driving home, I got a new guy just brought on board, Richard Holton, sitting in the back. And he said, how does the optimizer, and I called it the blender thing I was talking to you, I was describing it. He goes, how does that work? I said, I took Dave's line. I don't know. I said, what it really does, it takes the aquaportin water, which takes the tap water, makes a good, great drinking water, and it makes that, when you put it in the blender, it makes it like water on steroids. Really? Yeah. But here's the thing. The thing about Nikken, it is an answer for everybody's prayers. You've got to realize that. I hear people when I want to travel into, we're building organizations, they say, I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to try. Here's what you have to understand. People have no options. They have to do something. You know, I was quoted in saying one time, it's not what you do, it's what you duplicate. It's not what you do, it's what you duplicate. It's not necessarily true. It's what you do is what they duplicate. So if you're at home trying to manage and trying to come up with a perfect PowerPoint to do a presentation, what are they going to do? So what do we need to do? Bring people to a meeting and show them you can do it. Show them how it can be done. Don't live on yesterday's stories. Live on today. The coolest thing about this company is, you guys, y'all have heard my story. I got involved because I wanted to be a dad. And then I have 3 kids, and I'm kind of bored with that now. But they wear me out. I tell you, I love when anybody wants a presentation, just call me and I'll come over and do it. I called my wife earlier, and she shared a few things. And I can hear my kids in the background. And, matter of fact, I was talking to Chris Gullo the other day. And Chris, for those y'all know, Chris has no kids. And here's my Bam Bam. Okay, my kids are 7, 4, and 2. Wow. And Bam, yeah. And I'm sitting there walking, and Bam Bam's behind me. That's my little one. I always tell people, if he was my first, he would have been my last. It's not necessarily true, but I'll share it with Chris because it's kind of hard to experience. And I remember before I had kids, and I'd do a meeting, and somebody had their kids running around, and it's like, are you deaf? Can you not hear that? Can you not hear your kid back here? Shut him up. Let me tell you the conversation plan. So then this is what I'll share with Chris. Having kids is the most rewarding thing in your life. It actually is. It's the most rewarding thing you can go through. You raise your kids, you do all this, you experience all this kind of stuff. I'm not going to say it's the best thing in the world, but it is the most rewarding thing because it makes you grow as a person. You don't understand what it's like until you give something back to somebody else that looks at it and they need you. It's kind of like your organization. As you're building your team, my sons and my daughter, they look at me as the leader of the family. It's my job to take care of them, not the president. I'm not asking them for nothing.
Yeah.
Typical topic on that kind of stuff. I'll tell you right now, Bruce and I were talking about there. You're in an opportune time right now. We've got involved in Nikken, set ourselves free. Now you've set generations free. When they're shifting our economy, there's so many things changing. There are people scared. Don't worry about it. A lot of people will catch me and ask me because they know about my prospecting and all that kind of stuff. And because I tell you, I just talked to a lot of people who shut down a lot more. The only thing I ask people today, I said, are you open to making more money? Yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah, y'all can remember that one. Are you open to making more money? I don't talk to them about balls that spin or a blender that makes cool water or how I can change your life. I want to share with them it's a simple pipeline and a simple process. They ask me how the products work. The fantastic thing about the technologies that are in the catalog. Rick, we're going to talk about this at a night presentation. I had a guy come to the preview the other day, and he came to the meeting, and I sent him home with this. You know what he did the next day? He read the whole thing. I just really started opening. And I've been in this thing 9 years. But this catalog is absolutely fantastic. What you have to get good at doing with your people, because you have the greatest opportunity, and we all agree, I can all get you all to cheer and holler and all that kind of stuff, but it's kind of hard sometimes. You thought, why can't I get my friends to see this? Because you're overselling. You're overselling. You have to be able to paint the people in the picture. They have to be able to see themselves doing this. It's a big joke in our organization. People in my organization come up to me and ask me a question, go, oh, we didn't know. But they go find the resource. Because there's so many different things. People find out the questions for me. It gets real technical. Then I'll leverage a resource I have on my phone. I say, here to talk to this person. You get people to a presentation or a preview or things of that nature. They're suffering from head discomforts and things of that nature. I'm going to introduce them to somebody who has the same condition and let them talk. Right off the bat, you're starting to educate people. Are you loaded for bear? Or do you have the tools in hand? So if somebody were to ask you a question, you pull it out and give it to them right off the bat. I never let people leave without giving information. I've seen Dave Johnson, and I'll tell you some things about him. What absolutely impresses me about Dave is not what he did 19 years ago. It's what he's doing today. I'm telling you guys, listen, I was talking to Jerry White, that spoke in Washington, and he said there's 140 people in the room. And he goes, you know what blew me away? Over 70% of that crowd are people that Dave Johnson brought in the last 90 days. Leading by example. That inspires me. Not yesterday. I get inspired by the checks. I want to go play, I want to go to this cabin, go skiing, do all that kind of stuff. But I get inspired about today. Because, guys, we are here to make a difference today. People will keep reaching out for handouts and all this kind of stuff. You got to realize most of your people in your network are just going to be consumers. You will find that people want to connect the dots and they want to build a large network. Let the products do what the products do. The funny thing is, we've also said that the best things are worst things. They haven't seen the products. You feel like you have to know everything. No, you don't. How many of you guys sleep laying down? How many of y'all drink water? Shower in water, bathe, wear shoes, eat food, breathe air. You're trained. I remember Dave, is that a brain freeze? Balzer. Dave Balzer. We're in Kentucky, and we're speaking together. And by the way, thanks for putting me on behind the two smartest guys in Nikken. Right. Alex. I want to get to the money. Oh man, that sound threw me off. Dave and I are in Kentucky, and he got done doing a PowerPoint on the water. And I'm sitting there going, no, but it's good stuff. I mean, that stuff's absolutely fantastic. So Dave sits down next to me. And I said, I let him know to him, I said, they don't need to know that. And he goes, what do you mean? They think they need to know that. They don't need to know that. You think you need to know all this stuff. But go get that presentation that you saw this morning. The Anthony Mobay gave. Now remember, paint the picture for people, paint them in the picture. They got to be able to see. And when it comes to this community, it's what we have, what we represent. You don't see a lot of hype in this company. I mean, you walk in and you feel the heart exuding off people. So here's the thing. You saw Dennis Williams talked about the Gallup poll. Number one is what?